How to make customers love you in 2025. I'm going to show a bunch of logos and testimonials on the screen of people we have worked with and that we do still work with to give some credibility to this video for you visiting for the first time. Dominic here, Zendesk Premier Partner, 11 years as Zendesk consultant, 15 plus years in customer experience. These videos mean nothing without you doing your research first, and after you've watched the tips that I'm going to share with you, see if they have any validity, and then come back and smash the like button and the subscribe button. I've been in the trenches so many years and working with customers of the highest caliber, and I've learned quite a lot, and I'm going to share practical tips for you to sell more. What makes customers click, what makes them come back, what makes them buy more from you. First tip is to improve communication on all channels, like sales, customer service, marketing, whatever it is. Now get ready for some business lingo. These communications have to convey a message around your core values. You don't have core values defined? Well, then you should get some. These communications have to be consistent and express what you believe in and the value that you want to give into the world. This means that they have to be sincere, you don't lie. For example, if you have a half-built product, don't sell it as if it's the new changing of the world, whatever revolutionary thing, because it's not. And people are going to find out very soon after they buy it, assuming you tricked them into buying it. So don't overpromise, make everything around values that you defined, and people will like it, and you will just start attracting people. Improve your first reply time. First reply time in customer service and in customer experience is crucial. So imagine you have an issue with something that you've bought. You don't know how to turn it on. You need an invoice for your company. You want to change your address. You want to upgrade your limits. You want to know where it is because you've ordered it for a bunch of days. So at this moment, people are a bit frustrated. So if you're not fast in getting back to them, they'll become even more frustrated. It might not even be such a big issue. But if people don't feel that they are heard, then they will just go away. Then you will have given them a mediocre experience or even a negative one. And statistically, if they have two of these, then they're very likely to go to the competition. How do you achieve this? Well, you have your systems well set up. For example, in the customer service system, you have to have a routing matrix which sends requests straight to the person that is perfect to deal with it. So you identify what it is because you've defined it, and you send it straight to George because he knows how to do that and how to help that customer fast. But you're going to find the next topic even more interesting. Improve your resolution time. So much like first reply time, you have to be quick in order to make sure that you solve the request fast. Now, this doesn't have to be absurdly fast. You can take your time, but if you have improved your communication in your customer service tool, then you know that you have to be transparent. So the time in which you solve a request for somebody that has reached out to you depends all on you. So you know that if you take 2 days to fix something, tell the person you need 3 days, and then you make them a surprise and deliver it in 2 days. People like surprises. Now, this assumes that you actually are on top of things and you want to solve requests because you want to keep your customers happy. So, set the right expectations. All successful companies do so, and you will also be successful. Improve the customer journey on your website, in your ads, on your app, whatever you're selling. You have to keep in mind that you have to map out all the steps in the journey it takes for customers from when they see your ad first time to where they navigate on your website or your app or your store or whatever it is until they click buy, introduce their credit card or bank transfer or whatever, and then after they bought, they're part of your customer service journey until you want to maybe sell them something again. All of this comprises their customer experience. All these steps have to be defined, and you have to make sure that you put yourself in the experience of the user. If you're promising a feature that doesn't exist, you're going to have a bad time in customer service. From a customer experience perspective, the person that has bought from you feels cheated and they will go away. If you make it hard for people to buy from you and you don't have transparency with your pricing, you're going to have a bad time in customer service. And again, from a customer experience perspective, this person feels cheated and they will go away. So as a first step, make sure that you have all of these steps mapped out, and then you can go in and tackle each one to give a better experience so people can come back to you again. All right, the next topic is very difficult and requires a bit of cojones to do. Meet with the most upset customers. customers. Ooh, just the thought of that. Somebody just cursed you out or told you that they don't want to see you again or told you that you have the worst service or the worst product. Man, that's gotta be a really uncomfortable situation to be in. Well, you know what? That's exactly who you have to be head on first and go directly to the source. You have no idea how much better people feel if you intervene in some way, in a human way, that you have even a live call with them and you acknowledge them and their frustration and the fact that you may be screwed up and you're going to do something better and you're going to make amends. You're going to fix whatever is broken. You're going to give a discount. You're going to do something in order to show them that you actually appreciate them. In 90% of the cases, people will cave in and will just give you another chance. So get those cojones, put them on the table, meet with your most upset customers. Don't show them your cojones, but anyway, you get what I'm saying, right? You just have to grow a pair, meet with them, and you'll be fine. Reduce customer effort. Oh boy, this is a really tough one. So if people have to go through too many steps to buy from you or to get support from you, then they become frustrated. You have to understand the human psychology. People just want to have things easy. They don't want to overcomplicate or learn about your internal processes. They just want to get whatever they need from you fast so they can just go on with their day. Everybody wants to get value, but I think the most important that they want is for you to fix something for them. And I'm assuming that if you're in whatever business, in whatever niche, you already know what you're solving. And if you don't, that's a problem. You should go back and just write that down and figure it out. So in the buying process, think of Amazon. They have one click to buy. You can think about it. That's the top, right? If you have 7 steps to buy, you can't get to 1, fine, but get it to 3 at least. Just try to make it as efficient as possible. If you don't have a section for your frequently asked questions, where people can just look up answers themselves, they will Google it, and if they can't find it, they're already a bit pissed and they're going to want to get in touch with you. If you don't have a phone number, holy crap, it's getting worse. Then if you don't have a chat system to, allow them to still get some live support, oh my God, it gets even worse. If you have a form, okay, fine, but still, that's pretty, you've distanced yourself a lot from your customer and you've made it hard to get in touch with you. So human psychology is going to just take it out on you, which is a big no-no. Next tip is so basic, but so fundamentally strong. No transfers. Don't transfer people around like ping pong. They hate that. I hate that. You hate that. Everybody hates to be sent from one colleague to the next. If you don't have a routing matrix, something, if you can imagine like a router where, you have, let's say, a main cable coming in and then the other cables just spread out to all your team departments or your team members. So requests go directly to whoever is fit to cover that issue. Well, you're going to have to resort to transfers. And you know why that's frustrating? Because of the next tip. No repeat of information. Has it ever happened to you to get in touch with somebody and then you explain the issue and they say, oh, I'm not the person to help you with this. I'll have to transfer you to my colleague. And then they transfer you to their colleague and then the colleague says, yes, how may I help you? And then you have to start over again. And then you explain to this other colleague what you're actually trying to reach out with. And they say, oh, I can't help you. I have to transfer you to somebody else that can help you. And then the third person comes in, hey, hi, how may I help you? It's like, oh my God. Bro, this is not cool, it's not great, and it makes for a very bad customer experience. People become more and more frustrated because they don't feel heard. Next tip is very connected to the previous one. This one is no channel switching. So, as a general rule, people first, if they have an issue with your company and they want to get it solved somehow, it means first there's the good news. The good news is they still want to do business with you. They don't want to just give it up because otherwise they just click sign out, delete account and whatever. And then I'll tell you the bad news. Now their journey is usually they Google it first. They look on Google, they look on YouTube, they look whatever. They try to solve it themselves. Now they end up in your frequently asked questions. They try to find the answer. They are not able to. Then they try to send an email. Email comes back and says, hey, we're going to handle this via chat. Reach out to us via chat. They go via chat. They try to get the information solved again. They fail to do so, so they have to call. And they repeat the information again. Now, this adds to customers' frustrations very steadily. And then I mentioned the bad news. Well, the bad news is customers become increasingly stressed out when they have to switch channels, because you are adding to the effort that they have to put in to solve whatever they need from you. Big no-no, avoid it. Don't do it. Nuh-uh. No multiple contacts. So if people can't solve a request the first time, then maybe they try, like with shopping, they try again. So they look for a different agent that maybe can help them. But let's park this for now. If your team is not well trained and the request just ends up in whatever random queue, it gets passed around. Customer has to go back and forth with more than one person. They have to explain the same stuff over and over again. They basically have a lot of touch points. They have a lot of back and forth with you, with your company. Doesn't matter who is at the other end in your company. For the customer, it's the company, it's you. The more you chip away at somebody's patience, the more you look like you don't know what you're doing, your team is not trained, your business is a mess, and makes people think like maybe I should go somewhere else. So the solution is to get trained, is to get a good routing in place, is to get a knowledge base of how to solve requests, getting an AI co-pilot that can help you bring all of the information you have in your knowledge base together and formulate an answer to help your agents, and a bunch more. No generic answers. Man, it just makes my blood boil to see when people give me general answers. Like, they don't even read what I wrote to them and they just give me an article like, yeah, read this 5-page article. It will just get everything solved for you. Oh boy, I get so angry because it's not just that, but it happened many times where I follow the article and then I realized the agent hadn't even read what I asked for. They had just given me an answer based on my subject line of my request. And then of course I went deeper and I said, I did read your article and I found this and it didn't work. And then they just give me the initial article that I had already mentioned in my request. So that happens way too often, and it's very annoying because you're just adding to people's frustration, because you're basically telling them, yeah, I don't care, I don't give a fuck, yeah, take this, just leave me alone, I took your money, I just can't be bothered now, which is overall not a good experience. All right, I bored you enough. Thank you for watching this video. If you like this content, please like and subscribe. I'd be really grateful, and it would really help us a lot. And yeah, tell me if you feel otherwise, if you have any other tips, because I'm always very open to learning. Thank you so much. Bye.